Brad,
This looks too smooth.
Destiny is here.
I can already tell this is too smooth.
Destiny 2 has arrived.
Sign into your Titan. Yeah, it just came out 3 days ago. What's Destiny 2 about? I haven't played it. Because it's only 3 days old.
You very specifically wanted to see that moment.
That is so smooth.
Hopefully, I don't know, this goes up on YouTube at 30 FPS, right?
I hope not.
Well, if you're seeing this on our site player or at less than 60 FPS, you're missing out on the entirety of the Destiny 2 PC experience.
Way too smooth when that ship flies in. And even that menu opening up, go to your character screen. Like everything is, I'm not used to this.
It's a dope little. It took 7 extra weeks to make this. Vicarious Visions, I think, did the port working with Bungie.
Yeah, so I mean, I have played 100 hours of Destiny 2 at this point, so I just wanted to sit down with you and I haven't had a chance to fire up the PC version yet.
It's pretty dope.
I've played a bunch of it.
I've been having a good time. There's some issues we're going to talk about. We're just going to dance around for a little bit, and everybody's seen enough Destiny at this point, especially on this site.
People know what Destiny 2 is, but yeah, I just want to see how this looks and how it plays.
We're going to go through some of the menus options and just talk a little bit about the port. It's a very, very good port.
Also, you play a loot game or two.
I have played
loot
games before.
Oh, shoot. Did you play Destiny 1 at all?
I did. I got to the end game solo on PS4. I never played any of the group stuff. I think I played one Strike, and that was about it.
But you play probably more loot games than anybody in this office, so I kind of wanted to see what you thought.
I dabble.
Yeah.
I dabble. I haven't gotten, obviously, to the end game yet, which is probably going to always does kind of determine your thoughts on stuff like that. But if I can get up here to this event real quick and try to figure out what's going on here.
There's always an excavation to be stopped.
Yeah, I've gotten some good loots coming in.
Dude, these public events are probably the most efficient way to level in this game.
I am going to do this real quick. We'll talk a little bit about my impressions, and we'll go to the menus. I definitely have some issues with some of the sport stuff. The bindings are really kind of weird.
Yeah.
By default.
Like what?
The one thing I was looking for when I first started off was the weapon. You know, you press a button to switch between 1 and 2.
Yeah.
That is bound to tilde, which is a really hard key to get to from the W to ASD if you're trying to do it quickly. Until I found out later on that you can actually switch with 1, 2, 3 for the 1, 2, and the super is on 3. That is way easier to do.
And it's all stuff you can remap, right?
Yes, you can remap most things. It also does support, controller.
You're gonna die.
Maybe.
You're gonna die. You're not gonna. You died.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I died. I'm a little underleveled. All the stuff is being run by level 20 people.
Yeah, that's okay.
I think I'm level 12 or something like that.
Do you want to? Oh, watch out.
Yep.
You died again.
Right.
You don't exist. You've incinerated.
Yeah. Well, respawn real quick. Nope.
Do you want to know a secret? Don't stand.
Sure.
Okay. First secret is don't stand under those lasers.
Yeah, I know. I figured that pretty quick. I was respawned right as it hit. So
second
not
secret.
much I could do.
You notice that red?
Fuck.
That red ship, red plane that keeps showing up.
Yep.
Have you killed it?
Shoot people. I haven't killed it myself.
You should kill it.
Okay, I'll try. I'm trying to. Oh man, I want that laser.
Look around, see if it's here.
Here.
I want you to make it a priority to kill that thing before.
I don't know if I have the weaponry for it. I have a laser thing.
You can do it.
I have a sword, which
can do it.
Would be pretty interesting.
Yes, jump up there and hit the plane with your sword.
So other weird kind of.
Somebody else did it.
Oh, shit.
That's what I was trying to point you to.
Oh, here we are.
I don't know if you know every public event has a heroic version.
Yes, I did. Somebody did that before.
Yeah, on this one, yeah, killing the red ship is what makes it start, but then you get even better stuff when you finish it for not much more effort.
8 on them. Other kind of binding stuff that's annoying here. I think punch is set to like C by default, like way below. I've rebounded here to the side mouse button, which everybody should always bind to melee to side mouse button. This PC here doesn't recognize both mouse buttons on this mouse, so I put grenade throw onto the middle mouse button click. So it's a little bit more feasible to use this stuff, but there's just some weird decisions with the binding and the keyboard from what I have seen.
Yeah.
But it's all rebindable. You can do whatever you want.
That's fine.
Chest. Chest and get my loot. Take a look at my loot. You can also switch between controller and keyboard as you like if you want to. It'll hot swap depending on input, so it'll just automatically detect if you switch over to a controller and go back and forth.
So where did they land on the auto aim, like the kind of sticky headshot stuff? Like I saw like in the beta, people were a little iffy because like they still had controller style auto aim, but on mouse controls.
No controls. If you use a control, free blue thing over here, just from somebody else shooting something. Controls will have the sticky auto aim. I can actually probably turn on a controller real quick if you want to see.
No. I mean on a mouse specifically.
They took it away from the mouse, as far as I know, but people still use emulators for controller emulators on their keyboards, so they get the sticky aim even though they're using mouse and keyboard, which has kind of been the controversial thing that Bungie knows it exists and said that's not. We'd rather have people play with controller, get the sticky, a little bit of sticky stuff. They also did some really interesting. Let me take a look back. Gear here real quick. They did some weird stuff with like
you gotta break this stuff down.
I know. I haven't been really bothering too much. I kind of wait until I get a bunch of crap. I'm not really getting good, huge upgrades, which is kind of what I would like to do. I don't think I even equipped my fusion rifle.
Do you know there's, I don't know what it is on mouse and keyboard, but if you hover over the slot, there's a key you can hold down to make the values show up on all the icons.
I don't know how to do that.
I don't know which key that would be on here.
I have no idea.
I think it's like right trigger on console.
Take a look at...
Makes it way easier to figure out what your best thing is, anyway.
Well, I just always equip the best thing that I have and kind of kill everything. Ooh, Minotaur. Where was I? Talking about key binding. So the other interesting thing they did, they've adjusted some of the recoil and spread effects for mouse keyboard versus controller. So an auto rifle, I think one of our colleagues at GameSpot went to a PC specific event and wrote up an interesting article about it over on GameSpot. Apparently for auto rifles, on controller, the recoil will force your field of fire up. It'll just kind of go, you'll just go up like that. On the mouse and keyboard, that doesn't really work, so they just made it spread out more as you hold the button down. So there are different kind of recoil and spread effects based on what input you're using, and it'll switch back and forth. Again, those recoil effects as you work too.
Interesting.
So you can kind of, if you have a wireless controller, you want to play on your couch for a bit, then get up and go to your PC for a tough boss fight and switch. And stop it! Stop it!
Got to shoot him in his belly.
I'm trying.
Shoot the white part.
He is disappearing, which is kind of a tough part. Oh, I'm fucking gonna die. I gotta shoot him. Tough one. He's a toughie. Let's take a look at the mouse key.
Super him.
What's that? Oh, here we go. Okay. Well, I gotta get closer. I cannot really do much with my super from a ways away.
You got this.
Yeah, there we go.
Beat him to death.
That's better. I do like the Titan super quite a bit. It's really fun. I have always been a big fan of the Paladin in WoW for their it's basically Captain America's shield stuff going on, but running up and punch people with shield is really fun too.
You want to maybe go to one other location, like one other planet?
Can do that. I can
Earth or something like that.
Get out of here.
I just
Yeah, no, get a little variety. I don't want to run around this one planet.
See what this thing looks like.
I don't really have a lot unlocked on IO either. I just kind of got there. And I'm going to definitely talk about the graphical stuff as well. I can definitely go to the farm, play a little soccer.
Let's just go to the farm.
The farm.
That's fine.
So one of the weirder disappointments, I'm not sure if it really shows here, but there are definitely Jaggies in the ship. You can see them on the little struts there between the wing and the main thing.
Yeah.
The Anti-Aliasing, there's no SMAA, which is, I forget what it stands for, but it's one of the better ones out there right now.
Is that this year's favorite anti-aliasing?
I think it's what Doom had, and some of it's a fairly common option. I think in the beta, Bungie and Vicarious Visions couldn't get it to work very well. So it's just kind of not an option. There are only 2 anti-aliasing options in the PC port, which is
so smooth.
Pretty small amount for a PC.
This is very smooth.
Yeah, I'm not using that as a complaint that it doesn't look good. I'm saying there are Jaggies.
For
a 1080.
Yeah, but it sounds like people are super happy with this port though.
It is really well done. I've only had one bad thing happen where a load screen never ended, so I just had to Alt 4 out and restart it. Let's talk really quick about.
Oh, look at this place.
Yeah, it's pretty, and I haven't noticed. I mean, I'm playing on this system has a 1080, and I have a 1080 Ti at home. The 21:9 support from my monitor is really well done.
Oh, you got a 21:9?
I don't know if you heard about that.
Really?
I like playing soccer. I like getting over.
Yeah.
They need to have a score system over here. I'm not sure that they do right now.
I think
there is.
I think they might be adding some stuff to that.
Well, you can see 2 over here, and there's one over there. So let's see if this goes up to 3.
I haven't really had time to look. They just started talking about their season 2 plans, and I know they're adding like snowball fights and some stuff like that. So
there you go. Maybe 3 points. What I love about the soccer ball is that.
Turn around.
What? Oh, neat. Some intern just made this on a whim, or it was the most complicated thing that I could ever quite figure out. One of those 2 options are. This soccer ball is also up to my thigh. It is very big for a soccer ball. Maybe all the Guardians are just very small. That's also an option. Let's talk real quick about these bindings real quick. Let's open up settings.
Yeah, let's just go through this.
Let's get chunky.
Everybody loves looking at menus.
Let's get chunky. There's a lot of stuff in here to go through. Key mapping, you can, like I said, you can go through all this stuff and key map almost everything. I'm not sure why this particular mouse doesn't has 2 mouse buttons on the side, but it doesn't quite register that. Like I said, I found the default key bindings to be a little weird. Apparently, you can't rebind the controller buttons if you're trying to do that. I don't think that's optional. But you can do all the stuff that you want to for all of your mouse and keyboard options. Video, pretty standard stuff. There is a field of view slider, which I don't think was on PS4 from what I heard.
No.
You can go up if you want to get it a little wider.
Wait, is this the...
This is 105. This is the max.
Okay.
Let's see. I mean, it already kind of looks... I'm actually curious to try this on my widescreen at home. I have not done that. That you might get a little fish, i.e. it's already a little weird looking, but hey, if you can see more of the stuff around you, it has always been an advantage in these kind of games. Let's see here.
Go back to video real quick.
Sure.
Anything else crazy here?
The anti-aliasing is the only weird one. Wait, I was thinking MSAA is the one that's missing. SMAA is here.
Totally different.
I think there's, I don't even know what all these stand for, but there definitely could be a higher end anti-aliasing option, but apparently they just couldn't quite get it to work. I haven't fooled around all this stuff. There's a new 3D ambient occlusion thing. Try switching that and see what happens. I'm not going to go through here and like switch everything off. Actually, while we're at it, I do kind of want to turn everything to low. See what it looks like.
That's always fun.
I always like doing that for this kind of stuff. Actually, I didn't apply the FOV change before, so let me try that too real quick before we.
Whoa. Yeah, now we're getting some
there we go. I was wrong before. This is almost a little weird to see.
Now it looks like an MMO.
Yeah, definitely.
Now it looks
this
like
is
WoW.
much more of a kind of WoW-esque viewpoint. I'm curious to try this out on my monitor at home, or even here. It's definitely noticeable. Settings here, auto look centering, all this stuff is optional if you like. Character detail distance. So I'm gonna start trying to set all this to low.
Just set the preset.
Yeah, there we go.
I think that's everything's bottomed out. Oh, it said restart required to see all that stuff. Well,
maybe I can get back to a loading screen, but it doesn't. It can definitely tell the jaggies.
Yeah, you can see a difference. I mean, it's a console game. It's probably going to run really well on most PCs.
I have not had any problems. I'm running on a 120 hertz monitor. I haven't done any like FPS benchmarks or anything like that. I'm not sure there is one built in, but everything seems to be looking pretty good.
Get your gear.
For shaders.
What if you opened these free boxes we're giving you right in front of our paid boxes, and then you were enticed to
silver? I haven't
spend some money.
I've not even looked at any of that kind of stuff. The shader controversy, but you have to. I get that fact that they've changed those for the worse for Destiny 2, but in terms of visual upgrades, I've never been the kind of thing that I care too much about. But I've not found where to redeem these tokens.
Those are the Planet faction vendor tokens.
Yeah, I don't know where those people are.
It's like the dude you were talking to, the scientist with the robot arm.
Oh, okay.
He is. I mean, there's one NPC per planet, and that's.
I've only ever seen him use Glimmer so far. Is that like a level 20 thing? Where you search
oh, maybe you don't have access to that yet. I'm not sure actually. That might. Yeah, you might have to level a little bit more.
I'm not sure there's much else I feel like saying about the.
Yeah, I mean, like I really just wanted to see how this thing turned out. Like, yeah, it looks like you can change like reticle color and stuff.
You can do that. Definitely can. Helmet. All these options. I'm not really sure what the differences are between this and the PS4.
Stun test. Go back to accept. What was that? Stun test. What in the world?
Nat type strict. We are in the strict nat here at Giant Bomb, unfortunately.
True.
But yeah, it's a very, very good port.
That's good. I'm glad to. I want to try to fire this thing up soon.
I highly recommend you do it. It's through the Battle.net launcher, the first non-Blizzard game to come out on there. It's all pretty much well integrated. I think it gets your friends list in from Battle.net 2. So I have a bunch of WoW people on here who probably are playing now too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get into the Giant Bomb Guild. I haven't quite got onto the forums yet to ask to get in there, but I know we have one on our forums if you are interested in doing that. I'm not sure if it's full yet or not. What, they have a max 100 people in the guild?
Yes, that's right.
Which is kind of small for a site like ours, but maybe I'll make another one if I can't get into the main one.
Yeah, I think when the console version came out, we ended up having multiple clans, like 2 or 3 of them.
It's happened for multiple games, I know.
Yeah.
Where the guild stuff is a little bit too small, but
yeah, this looks good.
It does look good. It's really fun so far. I don't have too many comments on the gameplay because I know people have their strict opinions. They say the raid is actually launching next week.
Okay.
A week after the game came out, and after this, apparently all the patches and content stuff should be in sync.
With the console versions?
I believe so.
Great.
That is what has been kind of said so far.
Excellent.
You know by now if you want to play Destiny or not. If you haven't played it on a PS4 PC version, I have been enjoying quite a bit so far. If you already played on PS4, it's going to be the superior version, I think, at the end, but I don't know if necessarily people are going to want to play through the entire thing again.
Yeah, God, man, I would give anything if you could share characters back and forth.
No crossplay. No crossplay between PC and
such
Xbox
a bummer.
and PS4. So you can't do multiplayer obviously between if they're a PC.
I just mean literally signing into your character from one platform on another platform.
Sure.
That's it. I don't need to play with people on different platforms simultaneously or anything. I just don't want to level characters twice.
That would be real nice.
Like that's just too time consuming. It's unfortunate, but otherwise, yeah, this looks really solid.
How do I apply a mod?
What do you mean by
D
mod?
to move my interface. There we go.
Yeah, next one down. Oh, those types of mod. Yeah.
Huh, neat.
This is one of the things they added is where you can start adding specific effects to weapons and armor.
How do I get it onto an armor from here?
You have to add it from the armor that you want to modify.
Ah, okay.
So go back over. I think it's a bad idea. Although I wouldn't waste mods
I know,
on because you're changing gear out every 5 minutes right now.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's a loot treadmill and it's a pretty fun one.
Well, I'm gonna keep on playing. Maybe I'll stream some community stuff for this down the line. But that is hopefully a decent overview of the Destiny 2 on PC.
It seems quite solid.
It is not bad.